We are working with the L.E.A.D organization to work on a service project in our direct county.
We're helping YWCA.
They help women who come from abused homes have a safe place to go with their children so that they can get away from the horrible situation that they were put in.
They provide housing for them and their families.
They leave their environment and they come to the shelter for safety.
Our adventure started when we decided to do this, to help this organization.
We weren't sure what it was going to be like. We were initially talking about helping homeless, so we were thinking a little smaller, and then, the idea of maybe a women's shelter came up, and we kind of took it from there.
We continued to develop all these different ideas on how we can help these women and their children.
We got in contact with them a couple times, tried to figure out the type of demographic of people who came through. We spoke with the director trying to get some information more about what our organization that we were helping does. And then after that, we started asking for donations from large companies, Walmart, Target, CVS, and other things like that.
That wasn't so successful, but we did find other ways to gather the materials that were on our list one way or another. We have an abundance of things.
They're somewhere they really don't want to be to begin with. They want to be somewhere comfortable. They want to feel like they're home. And so by donating things that are closer to home, toiletries, personal items, hairpins, toys for the kids, books, hopefully it can make them feel a little bit more comfortable than where they're at.
The book bags are for the children and the tote bags are for the women who came with their children, just full of things that they would need that they might not have thought about when they were leaving.
We divided into what the women need for health care for them personally, but then also what the kids would need. So do they have a coloring book? Do they have a book that they can read? So we really focused on trying to give them what they would find in their home, which is where they got taken out of. So we're trying to give them the home away from home.
We wanted to start with those basic things that we take for granted. We can't change their situation overnight, but we can certainly make where they are a little more comfortable. And I think that that's what we really wanted to do, just kind of remind them that they're still important, remind them that, just because they're in the situation that they're in now, that it's temporary, and that, there are people that still care about those type of things.
It is unfortunate that we can't go personally to see the families, but I do understand the liability and the confidentiality. That's the only thing that I wish that we can do, is to see the looks on these families' faces.
I'm personally doing this because I think women who come from abuse situations need help, and especially because it focuses on Union County, which is where Kane University is. It's a great opportunity for us to make a connection in the community and help out somebody who people may not even know needs help.
There's a lot of people who are in situations that are dangerous who may not think that there's a way out, but people like us provide things for these organizations that they may not be able to provide themselves.
We want women to feel beautiful. We don't want women to feel like, their situation or the past or where they've come from kind of dictates where they're going.
It's important for us to support them when they're at such a time of need, and nobody can support them because they don't even know. Where we have the opportunity to bring them a little bit of a gift and a little bit of a sanctuary away from everything that has happened to them so far.
It's a scary thing, domestic violence. A lot of women don't talk about it, a lot of men don't talk about it. It can happen to both. And I do feel that children are really impacted by this.
It's something that really shouldn't happen. Your home is your safe zone, and things like that shouldn't happen in the house. And unfortunately they do, and now these people have a place they can go to feel safe.
I have a personal tie to an organization similar to this. My friend and my godson were in a dangerous situation for some time. However, due to an organization similar to the YWCA, they were able to get the help that they needed.
As I've matured and kind of gotten older and just kind of done my own self-assessment of things that have affected me in my life, domestic violence is definitely one of those things that I've lived with, that I've witnessed as a child, and as I get older, it's something that I definitely want to make a contribution to. I don't feel like I had a voice at the time that I was going through it, so I kind of just want to be that voice even for just one family that is going through domestic violence, or women that are running from situations. My mother didn't have that, so I want to be that person that she did have.
The one thing that I just want everybody to remember is that we don't know who these women are. And with them being anonymous, we could have passed them on the street. We could, be helping them subconsciously, but through this we are helping them physically and showing them that we care about them when they were in a situation that a person didn't care about them. So I think it's very important that we remember to show love and care for everyone, no matter what the situation and no matter where we are.